Alright, welcome back to Shaving with Fuzzy. I'm Fuzzy. Hi y'all. So it's a Saturday afternoon. I was going to do a video yesterday, but I ended up had to go to work last night. So yesterday was an extremely long day. Now the good news is I got the car from Dad. I probably need to call and let him know I went and picked it up, huh? I'll get around to it. He had told me it was there, ready to go to come get it. So anyway, I decided yesterday, okay, I'm gonna go get the car. Seemed like a simple thing to do, right? Sometimes, you know, days just don't work that way sometimes. Just how it goes. But anyway, on to today's shave first, because that's what we're all here for, is to watch an old guy ramble and shave, huh? I don't know why you 2 or 3 people that watch the videos like that, but I appreciate you watching and enjoying the videos and maybe actually learn a thing or two along the way. So there we go. You'll notice if you're watching the news that it appears the election is sorted out. Thank goodness. It needed to go ahead and get sorted out one way or the other. Now that doesn't mean there's not still going to be 3 million legal challenges or anything along those nature, but pretty well I think it's sorted out, so we're okay with that. What do? You vote. The vote goes against you. You got to live with everybody still. So you keep going, right? All right, so today, Musgo Real, because I was wanting to use a cream. Because it's been a little while since I used a cream. I like creams. I don't have anything against creams. Sometimes they're nice and easier, and they're definitely easier to lather. I got in an argument one time about when people are learning to lather, get you a soap, get you a brush, learn to lather, and then move it and you know, build your technique. And somebody was hollering, what, it doesn't take technique to lather the cream? And pretty much no, it doesn't. Sorry, pretty much it doesn't. So anyway, Musgo Real, Portugal, right? Do believe so. And this is the, they've got a couple of different ones. I think the other one that's in the darker colored tube is the moss oak moss. Yeah, something like that. And maybe this is the regular one. I actually used to have some Musgo Real aftershave that somebody had given me, and I thought it was really nice, but I don't usually pay that much for aftershaves. One of these days I may get some back. Maybe I won't. It's hard saying. So anyway, we're just going to put some on now. Went a little bit heavier. Actually, I went noticeably heavier with the cream than I normally would. But I'm going to use the Lather Monster brush. See how it works on the on this. Now, of course, that's the Mix 7030 Badger Boar brush from Maggards. Big 26 millimeter. And that beautiful handle. Boy, the handle just keeps getting more beautiful and more beautiful and more beautiful. This brush is breaking in wonderfully. It didn't need a lot of breaking in. I don't even detect the stink anymore. It's already got a nice bloom to it. It feels wonderful on your face. I think I can recommend the blend of the brush here. It may take a little bit of getting used, and people that are already using these big brushes, probably it wouldn't take them any time at all to get down the hang of the how much soap to lather with it. But if you're used to using smaller brushes, like me, maybe a little bit of a learning curve, but that's okay. Old dogs can learn new tricks, you know. So anyway, decided yesterday that was going to be the day I was going ahead and go get in the car, because I knew things where there was some stuff at work that was kind of iffy, and I knew I was working tonight and tomorrow night, and I suspect correctly that I would end up working Monday night too. So I called my buddy, Agent NoDEvember from over in Lafayette, and said, hey, can you come give me a ride? Because if he comes over here, Dad's place is on the way back. It should not have been complicated. Shouldn't have been. Somehow I angered the travel goddess. I'm not sure how I did that, and whatever I did, I'm going to attempt to not do it anymore. Okay, on there I razor for today first. Let's use the F. Haven't used the F in a while. This thing is so classy. Now, there are people that'll tell you that the F shave's different from other, you know, Schick razors, yada, 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 yada. I don't really see it. It's just a really classy razor. I don't think they made them but, what, a year before World War II, and then all the alloy stuff that they would make the handles and all out of had to go into making airplanes to, you know, shoot down Germans and Japanese and, you know, Italian, whatever. So, it's a beautiful razor. It's got the brass, it's got the alloy handle. It's got the classic shape of the E and the G, you know, along those lines. It's got a little bit of a heft to it for people that like that. But it's just a beautiful razor. Now, it is a smooth shaving razor, but to me, you know, all the Schicks are smooth shaving razors. I don't see that it's kind of like I talk about the Old Spice. The vintage Old Spice soap is really, really neat because it's vintage Old Spice soap. It never was really particular. But this, on the other hand, is actually a high-class razor because they didn't make a lot of them. They didn't make them for very long. They're a little bit hard to come by, and they're a little bit expensive when you do get them. But I've got a really good buddy that gave me this. So anyway, so my buddy gets over here, Agent NoDEvember. Y'all heard me talk about him before. He's in school over in Lafayette. So he gets over here, and we finally found a place to eat. We've still got places over here that don't want to let you sit down and eat. And I don't know why, because if some places can, why can't the other places? And everywhere you look, there's help wanted signs, and people don't want to go back to work. And they're using the Kung Flu as an excuse to sit and draw unemployment, which I might point out now that the election's over, there's probably going to be more of that. But anyway, we're not going to get into politics that much. So anyhow, I finally found a place to eat. Some nice Greek Lebanese place called Syrops, and a really nice lunch menu. I had eaten at the Express version. They have Express and then they have the Cafe. And I had eaten at the Express several times. It's one of my favorite places. Matter of fact, one of the guys that's from Toast lives close to here. We've actually gone to Syrops and had lunch before at the Express. But anyway, I went to the Cafe. It was really nice. So between here and Henderson, Louisiana, there's the Atchafalaya Swamp, which everybody in the world, or you know, probably not everybody, but most people in the world, or at least a lot of people in the world, know about the Atchafalaya Swamp, the Atchafalaya Basin. It's a big world, one of the world's biggest swamp systems, whatever. I got a bridge that goes across this thing. I think it's 18 miles long. Anyway, a trip that normally takes me 45 minutes here to my pops was like 2.5 hours yesterday. And it doesn't take much of anything. I think somebody can pour a drink with a lot of ice in it out on the bridge, and the ice is going to slow traffic and stop traffic, and it'll take you 2 hours to get across. Somebody must have dumped a whole cooler yesterday. But anyway, the traffic was crawling. Never found out why. And I got off to the back way to go. You get off and you cut up to the back, but you have to go across a pontoon bridge. And just as quick as I got off the interstate, I got off the interstate, you come around, you come back under the interstate, and you go in, there's a sign there that says the pontoon bridge is closed. Would have been really nice if they'd have put that where you could see it from the interstate and wouldn't have to get off. So I cussed. I should probably be ashamed of myself for how much I cussed about that. I'm not. And got back on. So the funny part was I went back under the interstate, and I got back on the on-ramp, and I got back up on the interstate, and I look around, and it's the exact same vehicles I had left when I got off the interstate. They hadn't moved very far. So anyway, finally got over to Pops, and I got the little car and made it home, and I made it to work on time, but only because I got into a rush. But anyway, the little car was so much fun. I got a video of me running it, and I'm busting down the highway in it. Right down the interstate running with everybody else. It didn't care. It runs good. Looks rough. It looks like a 32-year-old Toyota. It's a 1988, 32 years, right? And coming up on 33. And it looks like it. But anytime anything has broke on it, my dad's fixed it. So mechanically, it's a really, really, really good running car. I got new tires, new brakes, new timing belt. And man, it doesn't leak oil. Air conditioner's been out for 20 years in it. But I went busted home and was sitting there running right down the interstate with everybody else. It was so much fun. But it was just, and then I get back over here. The Mississippi River Bridge coming into Baton Rouge is notorious for traffic being slow. You can never go across that bridge without having slow traffic. I've never been able to figure out how to do it. And again, they had a truck broke down in the middle lane of the bridge, so I had to knife fight across the bridge. But anyway, what should have been a nice little 2-hour pleasure cruise ended up turning into a Gilligan. And it was about 5 hours by the time it was over with. And a very, very, very frustrated Fuzzy. But made it to work last night and everything went smooth. And we're going to have another smooth night. Working with new supervisors the next 3 nights. Getting everybody up to speed, up to running. And it's just going to be great. We're going to have some good times. I can tell tonight's going to be good. Might even get a chance to touch up a little bit on the toast. Now, when I've been sitting here yapping, so I had to shave before I went to work yesterday because I was off Thursday and I didn't shave, and I wanted this really big growth. And so anyway, I didn't have time to do the video of the shave yesterday, but it was nice. Yeah, I don't even remember what razor I used. So anyway, I had decided this is NoDEvember. And this is something I think I came up on my own. I hadn't heard anybody else say it. But NoDEvember. 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 Get it? No DE. It's all going to be single edge, an injector, maybe a straight razor shave of some kind thrown in there. But no, them two-sided thingies for NoDEvember. I haven't even posted that at Toast yet. I probably will, though. Yeah, Fuzzy got the coffee pot going. Well, actually, I broke out one of my old percolators. If you remember the Poly Perks, I've got a couple of the Poly Perks, and I broke out a Poly Perk and made me some coffee. So that's the shave for today. The classic and classy F with a nice blade in it. I think that's just a Persona blade. I'm not real big on fancy blades. We're going to finish up with the Aqua Velvet Musk. This stuff, to me, is highly, highly underrated. The Ice Blue gets all the thunder. For a good reason. It's a good aftershave, but this stuff is great also. It's got a great scent. It's not so bad in your face. It feels good on you, and it's just nice. It really is. It's just a classy shave. I recommend it. So there we go. That's going to do it for today. Well, I hope wherever you are, if you're here in the United States, I hope the election either came out the way you wanted to, or you can handle it the way it is, because if not, you're going to be some mighty disappointed people. And I know some mighty disappointed people. I know people that are pulling their hair out and gnashing their teeth and gloom and doom and getting the bunkers ready. And I understand about that. But, you know, we live in a democracy. And that's, well, you know, or the variation thereof. We're not going to get into that discussion. I got no time for it. So, you know, either like it or just deal with it. And next time, help get more votes for your side. That's how you do it in this part of the world. All right, there we go. That's going to finish us up for today. I'm already getting this beautiful brush washed out and ready to go. Man, it is a gorgeous brush. Every time I use it, I think the bloom gets better. And it just looks better every time. Look at this after we finished up with it today. Ain't that gorgeous? Got one little hair sticking up there I'm going to pull out. That's okay. I shed a hair every now and again too. Y'all have a good evening. Whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. I'm not sure if you saw that because my low battery warning popped up. So I'm going to do that again. Whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Happy shave, Steve.